They just they
Yeah.
just they just were the cause of the Magic's head coach getting fired. Let's talk about it. What up, Jamal?
Oh,
Jamal, shout out my ball brother. But no, my nigga, they was the reason he got
He's
let go.
crazy.
brothers is
But
done.
but the thing is, this is what's interesting. We're starting to see
He
head
said
coaches
brothers
get
in
let go.
shine. What you say?
Hey, he gotta chill. He gotta chill. I
Go
didn't even know he
ahead.
said that shit,
I
bro.
know he. I
Hey,
caught that shit. Go
hey,
ahead, Joe.
I know you did.
Yeah, go ahead,
It's
Joe.
funny you. It's funny you
I'm
caught it
so
though. It's funny
excited.
you caught it though. Hey, Cole talking about hold on. Nigga couldn't let me keep talking. Nobody want to hear that shit, nigga. Hey, but
Hey.
nah,
I had to make sure I heard my nigga right.
but no, we starting to see a lot more head coaches get fired now by actually and they're actually performing. Like it says right here, he mostly spent 5 seasons with the team and went to the playoffs 3 times in a row in
Yeah.
first round exits, but he's still in the playoff at the Magic organization. So it's time to get
Yeah.
funny now how quick they're letting coaches go. You know what I'm saying?
You
Cole,
think it's quick?
I'm gonna have your take on this. What you think about it? What'd you say, Clarence? Hold
Um,
on.
Go ahead,
You
Clarence. You
came in
said.
late for
My
me.
bad.
Yeah, you
My,
came
my
in
bad.
late.
My bad. I just asked. I just say you think it's quick.
Yeah, I think it's quick. I think it's quick.
I'm gonna go
I think
opposite
he
on
got.
this one. I think. Oh, my fault.
Go
I
ahead.
thought. Go ahead. Give
No,
your
go ahead
take.
and let because I
Oh,
wanted you to go, but I had got
oh.
Clarence late in my
All
head.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I was gonna say.
Oh no,
I'm
yeah.
going.
Start us off, Cole.
I'm gonna go opposite on this one. I think. This one's kind of justified. Like it's the NBA at the end of the day. I get the franchise not the best, but he was there for like 5 or 6 seasons. Five,
Mm-hmm.
I think. So
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, you made it to the first round, but we lost every time. And it's kind of like when the Warriors brought in Steve Kerr, and that team was solid before he came. They had Mark Jackson as the head coach, and everybody was saying the same
Mm.
shit. Like, why you get rid of him? Why you get rid of him? They were solid. They've been in the playoffs every year, and they got rid of him, and they bring Kerr in, and then the rest is history. I'm not saying they're gonna Magic are gonna be the Warriors, of course not, but you kind of like I feel like he had his chance, and like it's just like yeah, bro, it's the nature of the business. This is kind of how it goes. I don't know. I don't think it's anything
Mm.
deeper on this one.
Yeah,
I
bro.
feel it.
Yeah, bro.
In my opinion, I don't think it was quick neither. I think it was justified only in the fact that like I get what you're saying. 5 years, 3 years in the playoffs, first round exits. That means so them first 2 years in 5 years, them first 2 years you ain't make playoffs, and
Mm-hmm.
then you finally make the playoffs, you get put out. You finally make the playoffs, you get put out. Okay, you ain't making it nowhere. And if you remember right, they got Desmond Bain this year, and they look think about what they spent on him. All that to get Desmond Bain this
They spent
year,
some cheese. They spent some cheese.
and then you still
Yeah.
end up in the same place. It's like, all right, bro, like, okay, something not working. Like you ain't you didn't make it at
Spent some,
first. Now you two first round exits, and then we're gonna go with your plan. You tell me this gonna work. We're gonna spend this cheese like you said, first round picks and all that. You say we get him, we going. Okay, bet we get him. That's gonna solve it. We got him. We in the same place we was before we spent all them first round picks and all that now. So what we gonna be going forward now with you if this where you got us after spending all that? At the end of the day, it makes sense to me. Like, okay, we might want to try something else at the end of the day.
sort of requiring.
My fault. No,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
I was just gonna bring in this. I'm not gonna play the video, just a quote though. It just kind of goes with what
Yeah.
we're saying though.
Short of
I guess
acquiring
so
a star.
go ahead. You can read it, Joe.
Short of acquiring a
Yeah.
star player, I do believe that the greatest impact you can have on a team is to bring in a new coach, and
Magic
that's what I'm.
president of
That's
basketball operations. Go ahead.
yeah, that's Jeff Walton talking about the Magic. Yeah, y'all heard Cole. Anyway, man, forget what this nigga talking about. Look, bro, you give me a poverty, you give me a poverty organization like this, and I'm able to at least take you niggas to the playoffs with not even close to as good as a team as the rest of these niggas. Like, come on, bro. We lost a 3-1 lead. I mean, we lost to the fucking number one seed. Can we talk about this? Like they were supposed to whoop our ass. Like, can we talk about that? So I should at least get props for how they were about to supposed to whoop our ass. Everybody said they should dog us, but my team was in the talk saying that they could compete with them, and they did that. But I still had the number 8 seed. We almost didn't make the playoffs. And so my thing is this: you don't. If we go through team by team, and you
Like,
put my roster up against anyone else's roster, I'm not even close to having what they have. And
eh,
then you go on in that Eastern Conference, not even close to having what they
pretty
have.
good
And
roster.
then you go, and then you go. top to bottom, no. And then you go and you let this
Um,
nigga go after year 5, and he's been performing with that bullshit roster that he has. Like, I just don't
bullshit
understand
roster.
that. I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I
Joe,
agree. Go ahead, Clarence.
Joe, I
Mm,
want you to think from an owner perspective as the Detroit Pistons.
mhm,
You spent good money on your players because y'all made the number one seed, right?
mhm.
Makes sense. Now I want you to think from the owner standpoint of the Orlando Magic.
Really though, we drafted good. You feel me? We really drafted really good. I'm not gonna lie, but we still even gave time, bro. We still even gave our
Okay,
coach time. So it's like,
that
nigga,
that makes sense. But my point is, if you think from the perspective of the owner of the Orlando Magic, we spend money and we ended up in the same place we've been in the last 2 seasons. That's what I'm
and you,
talking about. So I understand when you say like we the number 8 seed, so we should have got our ass whooped. But to
mhm,
the owner and to the organization of the Orlando Magic, no, we
mhm.
shouldn't have got our ass whooped. That's why we spent all this money. We should have went further than the first round. That's why we did all this stuff. We didn't. You get what I'm
I'm,
saying? Like
And
I get,
I
I,
like
do.
I get where
I
you're coming from as far as being the AC,
Mhm.
but I feel like from an owner perspective of the team, it's like, why do we spend all this money to be in the same place? Where we gonna be next season going forward if we ain't got all that stuff we just gave up to get here in the same place that you done took us the first 5 years? You done spent all this
All,
money and nothing changed.
all
but
I'm saying is this. Go ahead, Cole. Go ahead, Cole.
no, I just wanted to push back on 2 points that you had. The first one being like they have just like some bullshit roster, bro. Banchero is a bucket. He's a baller. I mean,
Uh,
great two-way player. Bain is a bucket. He could ball. And then Franz Wagner is cold.
No,
That's not a whole.
no,
I'm not saying.
no,
I'm hold on. I'm not saying.
no,
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the
no.
Magic are the Thunder
I'm
or
saying you
the
know you
Knicks,
cannot give Franz Wagner that. That nigga was projected to be cold. Franz Wagner is not. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro.
bro.
he said, "Hold
I'm
on."
not saying that the Magic have a top five roster or hell even a
I'm not
top.
saying that either.
I'm saying or even a top maybe
You said,
close
I'm
to a
sure not
top
saying
10. But they I mean
that.
maybe around
Joe
top
for
10
sure not
roster.
saying
But I'm
that.
saying don't you can't act like their roster is just boo. But anyways, the other point I wanted to make, which was what I was saying earlier, was about the Warriors getting rid of Mark Jackson and then bringing in Kerr and everybody having these same complaints about
Mhm.
that when that happened. You could say the same exact thing about the Warriors at that point. What were the Warriors before? Yes, you can. What were the Warriors before this run when they run four chips? What were
If
they?
you,
They were hold
if you,
on. They were the same. We will look at them in the same way we look at the Magic right now of an organization that is, I mean, historically doesn't have a great history. The Warriors aren't a blue blood in the NBA of like one of those names before this run now that they're on. Their name wasn't like, oh, the Golden State Warriors. I gotta see that. Nigga, it was like an afterthought. It was like right now, like the Sacramento Kings is like, eh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's an NBA team, but you're not like, oh shit. Same thing. Like the Magic is kind of like that too. I'm not saying that they're filled with all stars, but I'm just saying in this they're kind of similar to what the Warriors were when Kerr took over, and it's kind of the same. They had success before in playoffs. They let go of Mark Jackson. Everybody's complaining. They bring in Kerr, and now they are who they are. And we would have said the same thing. Nobody would have been like, we didn't think the Warriors had a name until now, until with Steph and Clay and Dre and all these niggas.
everyone,
Now
everyone
they are
already
who they are.
says, everyone already combats that. It says Mark Jackson damn near built that team. Everybody already says that, so that's already combated, and we know this. That everyone
And that
gives Mark
and if
Jackson. Hold on.
if the
Everyone
Magic
gives
are good,
Mark
they're gonna say the
Jackson.
same thing about
No, no,
Jamal.
no, no, they're not, and this is why everyone gives Mark Jackson the props for building that team. The Orlando Magics don't have a team. That's the difference. They don't have a team. Hold on. They have a Draymond. They have a Clay. They have a Steph. They have an Andre Iguodala. They have a Sean Livingston. Stop it. They have an Andrew Bogus. Stop it. We forgetting who was on this damn dynasty team, and I'm still not putting more bench players on there. What I'm saying is the Magic have been at probably 1 year, and the thing is, what we're learning now about teams. OKC is showing this. Denver is showing this. The teams that stick together longer are the teams that's starting to win now. So that, if anything, I want to give these niggas time. Look at the Pistons. Stuck together a couple years, they're playing way better. No one expected them to be the 1 seed. Same with the Celtics. Stuck together, they weren't traded, they were put together. These teams that's winning now are teams that's sticking with each other and riding with each other to win. And again, the Golden State Warrior may not have been your best example because everyone still gives those props to Mark Jackson. Niggas hate Steve Kerr as a coach. They think he don't coach shit. They don't think he's ever coached. So what I'm telling you is this. Just do your homework. They give him the props for winning. Do your homework, and that's all I'm saying. On the opposite end, though, the Magic has never been really like that team. Like not except when they had Dwight Howard, and that was what for like a year, maybe a year and a half. Yeah, maybe that. But
Warriors,
they still are
Warriors. But Warriors before now, they were never. I could tell you, Monte Ellis. In your childhood, hold on though. But we'll ask Clarence because he's unbiased right now. And your child before Steph Curry and their run right now, if you had to name a Golden State Warriors player, who could you name? Like just as a kid that you like, oh, he plays for the Warriors. I know that guy. Same thing kind of with the Magic right now. That's my point. Like, they weren't a relevant franchise, just like the Magic are. Hell, they both have no recent success. What'd you say?
Proving my point saying that in the aspect of they're having this recent success because they're sticking together.
I can think of Monte Ellis. That's it. Go ahead.
They're sticking together. That's why they're having this success. This is my whole point. You need to stick together longer to win. It's showing that in the last championship winning squads. That's all I'm saying. These teams were not just traded and put together. They were put together. Why did Denver lose? They let go of some of their key pieces. Bruce Brown. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Or Denver would have still been Denver. And again, we going to act like Denver wasn't missing Aaron Gordon. Like, let's talk about it. They would have still been Denver this year, but like it's things that hit them, bro. But I'm saying when they had Bruce Brown, someone that knew the system, they can put him in there to run the 3 to the 4 because he was a defensive player. You know who he is. And this nigga could still contribute like Aaron Gordon. He did. Yeah. So it's like, all I'm saying is the Orlando Magic, they need another superstar and they need an actual point guard. They need a point guard.
I agree with you. And I think they needed some pieces for sure, but their roster isn't just like.
And Franz Wagner, bro, is not it. I'm telling you, Franz Wagner is not
21 in like 7 rebounds
in the playoffs.
I mean, I'm not saying. Go ahead.
I mean that's 21 and 7 rebounds. Yeah, that's like in a regular. Like, okay, we'll give him that. I ain't even going home. But what good is that doing?
I'll take him over DeAndre Ayton right now. Hell.
No, nigga, when Ayton plays, y'all smack shit, and that's all I'm gonna say. When Ayton plays, y'all smack shit, and that's all I'm saying.
No.
Tonight he got in foul trouble, but he was still playing well
every day.
He got in foul trouble tonight. He was still playing well.
Man, yeah, that's what's gonna happen every night. They got no bigs. We'll talk about that later. But I think the Thunder about to dog walk everybody to the ship. Like, I'm so sick of the fucking Thunder right now. Like, these niggas about to win the whole shit.
And
again.
why are they winning?
And they got a top 10 pick. Together. And they got a top 10 pick this year.
And what team has been together? Them boys have been together through the mud. I'm just saying that back to our main point. The coach.
Yeah, they need more time to grow. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that you want to grow with the coach, and I think that Pablo was butting head with the coach. It was reported. So to get to your point, that's probably another reason he got fired. He was butting head with the star player, which was reported. But niggas don't never know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just need a new voice, bro. Just a new person in there. Maybe it's just getting stale, the message of what he's trying to say, and just need a new voice in there. It's not nothing. It's like I said, nigga, you had 5 or 6 years there. It's the business. You gotta. That's just is what it is. Not saying you gotta win a championship, but hell, you gotta have overachieve sometimes.
Then Milwaukee though fire their coach after winning the chip or some shit like that.
A couple years after.
That fucking crazy. It was like a year or two after. Maybe I wouldn't say it was the very next year, bro. This shit is crazy is all I'm saying. Like, niggas ain't getting no time to do nothing and it ain't leading to shit. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's kind of amazing, bro, when you think about it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But moving on over again, man. We're gonna get to one more scoop. Y'all see Fernando Mendoza stating like he allegedly gonna miss his visit on the White House because of OTAs.
Yeah.
I got one question for you boys. Because Fernando